goes to both today. That'd be good. Assassin, you see anything on Twitch?
Oh, I do not have Twitch open, but
You're a savage beast.
I can open it in 5 seconds.
It's not live for me.
Okay, hold on.
I did notice, though, with your YouTube, it says at Brutal Night joins.
Yeah, I didn't change it. I'm just gonna leave it. Because I am gonna say that he didn't go. Okay, yeah, YouTube one's live.
Oh, that's not.
Assassin, you see anything on Twitch? If we're not live on Twitch, I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Just seeing. Oh, we're good. We're good.
All right. Intro video coming at ya. Here we go.
Welcome to the Four Guys with Quarters show. With your hosts Inferno, Assassin, and Clowns.
I know. The intro video is not corrected yet, and I said I was going to correct it like at least a month ago. But maybe next week, people. Maybe next week. Welcome, everyone. Four Guys with Quarters podcast, episode 93 for June 23rd, 2016. We're almost at 100, baby. We're almost at 100. When we get there, we're going to do something special. Some kind of big giveaway, so get ready for that. We'll announce that on our Twitter, of course, so make sure you guys follow us on there. You'll probably have to follow us on Twitter to be eligible or get some entries anyway, so you might as well do that up. So yeah, we got the usual cast with us this week. Unfortunately, we were supposed to have Brutal Knight join us. We haven't had him on the show before, and we really wanted to get him on, but unfortunately, work prevails above all, rather. He's a great member of the community. He's been on a bunch of podcasts. He was on Console Corner couple times, I think, on Crossfire, and he's an awesome guy, but unfortunately we couldn't have him on because he was stuck at work, but we will have him on at a future date, and we'll let you guys know. It was kind of like a last minute thing, so that's why he is not up there in the top left of your screen. But anyway, we do have, making his 93rd straight appearance, ZBCI Assassin, the one and only. What's up?
Hola.
And there is one less piece of electronic equipment in your room. Is that right?
That is 100% true.
And tell our viewers real quick what is no longer in that gaming haven of yours.
My PlayStation 4.
No.
Wow.
Yep. I made $200 off of that nice paperweight. There's a big dust square where it was. I should put a little tombstone. Here rests my PlayStation 4.
Very sad, very sad. But I kind of get why you did it. But, you know, I know you said you'd revisit it in the future, so hopefully you do. So I have somebody to play something with on PlayStation 4. But I bought a few, man. I bought a few, and at least Clowns didn't sell it on me yet.
Well, Reese is gonna buy one soon.
Oh, there you go. Now we're replacing Assassin with Reezy on the PS4. Anyway, that person who was just talking is our one and only Taylor Merklin, a.k.a. Zebra Fries, a.k.a. Zebra Fries. What's up, Taylor? Making her triumphant return.
Yes, finally. I feel like I miss every other week.
It's all good. You gotta make sure, you're not rushing home. You don't hit all those old biddies on the side of the road in Phoenix.
Don't talk to me about old people driving in Phoenix.
I was just in Phoenix before E3. That's where I flew into, and then I drove from Phoenix to LA, which was a pretty far drive, but it was fun. But Phoenix, it was hot, man. That airport's nice though.
Yeah, Phoenix Airport's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's just baggage is horrible.
And like our friend that we visited there, we stayed at her place for the night, and wow, it is nice for cheap money. It is I need to move out there because what I'm paying is like double what she was paying, and her place was like way nicer than mine. At least it was 2 floors. It was really, really nice. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Phoenix is pretty cheap in that area.
what were you gonna say, Sassen?
who wants to live in like 15-degree weather?
Not me. I will move back to Washington, where a decent house is $300,000.
See, yeah, I don't know. I liked Phoenix while I was there for the brief like 8 hours I was there. So not really.
If you're
Air
here for more than a
conditioning?
week, you're gonna die.
Yeah, it was in air conditioning. Anyway, yeah, that voice you just
Every
heard
house
was.
comes with air conditioning.
Oh, what'd you say?
Every house has to come with air conditioning. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
it's a crime if it doesn't.
Yes. I mean, you probably die. It's so damn hot. That voice you just heard was Italian Clowns, sans webcam, but still here in the flesh. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Everybody in the chat, hello.
And guys, make sure you check out on our website, 4GuysWithQuarters.com. Clowns just made a write-up for how to get your... Oh, well, let Clowns explain it exactly. What is it? What is the write-up you just made that is getting a lot of thank yous out there amongst the Xbox community?
It's for Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition DLC disc number 2. A lot of people are having issues installing it. Go watch the video and you'll find out how.
There you go. So if you're having trouble installing DLC and stuff, make sure you check out that video. He explains it really thoroughly, and a lot of people are thanking him because Xbox support, I guess, is kind of blowing people off at this point. So definitely go check out that video on our website, 4GuysWithQuarters.com. All right, without further ado, I think before we get into Nintendo, which we did not get to last week when we had Bear Claw on, I want to get Taylor's impressions or, quick thoughts on how Xbox and PlayStation did at E3, in your opinion. Like, what did you like or dislike or whatever?
I was not able to watch the PlayStation one. I did watch the Xbox one while
Yeah,
I was
that's
at work.
much.
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. The new Gears of War looked good, and I do not like those games. The whatever that was, like the chainsaw that was shooting or whatever, that was awesome.
Yes. Yeah, and reflecting all over the room and taking out all the enemies and stuff, and how you had to shoot the guy up in the top nest thing. You had to bounce it off the wall, and yeah, that was sick. That was sick.
That was pretty cool.
Go ahead.
What is it? Not the Scorpio, which I'm
Yeah,
really
the
happy
Xbox
they kept the name Scorpio, because that's awesome.
I couldn't believe that was the name. When they said that was Project Scorpio, it had leaked, and I was like, no, you people are ridiculous. It's not called Project Scorpio. Everybody's making, those M's and stuff in their name, and shout out to Delilah HD, who I met at E3, huge member of the Xbox community. She actually made pins for people that she followed on Twitter. If she met them at E3, she gave out pins. I don't have it with me right now, but if I did, I'd show it off. And I got a Scorpio pin, and lo and behold, at the end of the Xbox conference, we get Project Scorpio exactly as it was leaked. So kind of crazy. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
And then the Slim or whatever.
Xbox One S. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. That looked pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Probably gonna end up getting one of those and keeping it at Reezy's house.
Absolutely. And having the base model only be $300.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's worth it. I'm trading my Xbox in to get I'll probably get the 2 terabyte version. I'll get either 2 terabyte or 1 terabyte. I haven't decided yet. But,
I'll probably get 2 terabyte.
And just for the people that are thinking about getting the 500 gigabytes or the 1 terabyte, right now on Newegg.com, you can get a 4 terabyte portable Seagate drive for $99.
See, yeah, that's a good point, Clowns, because that's really the argument, right, from the people, and we saw that in chat last week. People who came last week and were active in the chat, thank you very much, and people who are here right now, thank you for joining. I see a lot of people commenting already. The thing is like, why would you, like, the base model is $299, right? It comes with 500 gigs. Why would you buy a 2 terabyte one and spend $100 more when you can get like 4 terabytes? For what Clowns, for little money, like Clowns just said, what I mean, for an external drive. So I think the 2 terabyte is going to be a tough sell for a lot of people, but for me, I don't know. I'll probably just spring for the extra 100 and, have ultimate portability and more drive space, because I already have a 2 terabyte external, so I'm probably not going to buy another one at this point, but Assassin, you said you were kind of sort of interested in the 1S, but now that you've traded in your PlayStation 4, it's all towards the Neo Fun. I mean, not the Neo Fun, the Scorpio Fun, right?
Wow.
Oh, don't let him kid you, dude. He is getting the Neo. He wants that
No.
Oh,
I am-
absolutely.
PlayStation
I
VR.
am
He
not
does.
getting that Neo. But yeah, I mean, there's no point in getting an S if you're just gonna trade up. Because like, if I trade in right now for an Xbox One is 100, and then the base model is 300 for the Slim. I mean, you're gonna get probably that same amount towards the Scorpio. Why spend 200?
I mean, for me, I didn't anticipate getting too much into this, but I mean, this is a good combo, so why not? For me, like, I have a 4K monitor, and I have a 4K TV, so for me, it makes a lot of sense because like a lot of the series, like House of Cards and stuff, I watch on Netflix. That stuff's all in 4K, so I'm gonna take advantage of 4K streaming. I'll definitely buy 4K Blu-rays from now on, that kind of thing. But I mean, the question is like very valid. Why buy the S when the Scorpio is right around the corner? I mean, the S is definitely gonna. I mean, the Scorpio rather is definitely gonna do what the S does, right? I mean, what is that? What is the Scorpio not gonna do that the S does? It's probably gonna do everything. It's probably gonna be bigger, but it's gonna do everything probably. So. She-Wolf says, Assassin, you should fix your cam so you can see your whole face and not just like the top of your head, bro.
Well, if I move it down, then you're just gonna get a whole bunch of body. If I can't move it up, I find something to put it on, like a box.
This
and
is
then move
where
it
you're
down.
supposed to explain how tall you are and how small your room is.
I'm 6'4", can reach the ceiling almost my head.
What is this, the dating game? I'm 6'4", 210 pounds. I like to surf, run on the beach, and I eat a lot of red meat. Like, what?
Well, Con said I'm tall. I'm 6'4", and it's
But
just,
no, but your room is like what? The ceiling's like 5'9" or something, right?
no, it's definitely taller than me, but I can touch the ceiling no problem.
It's funny. Anyway, Taylor, any other impressions from the Xbox thing before we move on to Nintendo?
My memory is like shot right now. I don't remember a lot of other things.
Oh, good. Then we can move on to Nintendo. Excellent. Excellent segue. So I think you are the biggest Nintendo fan amongst all of us. So what do you think about what you saw from Nintendo? Like, what did you see? First of all, did you see much of anything from Nintendo?
Did not.
Did you see any of the pictures?
I saw like a tiny bit. It was mostly stuff about Xbox that I saw.
Gotcha.
And stuff for Xbox that I saw.
Well, let me say, because every single day I went near the Nintendo booth just to see how crazy it was. And let me just say that was by far the craziest booth at E3. So if you're talking about winners and losers of E3, I gotta put Nintendo up there. Honestly, like, even though they didn't show any NX stuff, the lines were cut off like 10 minutes, 20 minutes into the show. You know what I mean? Like, the doors would open for the show at 10. People would sprint in. They'd lose their wigs, like pocketbooks, shoes. There was a salad spilled all over the ground. Keys, hotel keys. Like, people didn't give a shit. They're just like running in, elbowing people just to get into this line to play Legend of Zelda on the Wii U. And the lines were cut off like, before it was 10:30, the lines were cut off for the entire day. The lines were just going up and down and up and down and up and down, taking up, almost the whole booth. It was like around the whole booth, down a hall that didn't have anything. Like, people just chilling out with their 3DS, and it was just nuts. It was just absolutely nuts.
But you know why that is, though? You know why people were starving to get in that line? It's because Nintendo really hasn't put anything great out. So everybody's starving for something good from Nintendo. And, I mean, Zelda, is a big hit with nostalgia, and people are hoping for something good.
Right. Well, isn't that a good thing, though? Like, for this show's purpose, like everyone was knocking the Wii U or Nintendo rather for just showing like one thing. Everyone's like, oh my god, they're just gonna show one thing and it's not even the newest one. Like they're definitely gonna lose. And then because people are so hungry, like you just said, clowns, everyone's getting to this line and people are talking about it. Everyone was talking about how long the lines were, or if they played it, and if they did play it, how cool they thought it was. And oh, you got to go into the booth, even if you didn't play it. You got to go into the treehouse experience and check out, all the statues they have and how they, how many there were 140 game stations for people to play, and it was just absolutely nuts. And everyone was talking about it. So. Like, I do agree with you because a lot of stuff that Nintendo's done, especially on the Wii U, has been shit. And now, like, they bring a game that's supposed to be really incredible, and they've got the attention of everybody at the conference, whether or not you're a Nintendo person.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, people are just starving for something to come out from them. And the fact that they didn't show off the NX or talk more about the NX kind of worries me, that all the hype was just about Zelda.
yes.
I think they're kind of scared. So they want to throw out something like Zelda as a big name and get all people hyped.
I agree. And you know what? For all intents and purposes, it worked. It was like, it was done to perfection. Because at the Xbox Fan Fest thing, there were long lines and people were bitching. But at in the Nintendo line, there were long lines. But why people said there were long lines is because the game was that good. And that it was an epic moment in gaming, and that Nintendo has something so amazing on their hands that they're waiting to wait 8 hours to play the game. I talked to a girl, Lady Pelvis, she goes by on Twitter. Her YouTube channel is Pelvic Gaming. We're going to get her on the show pretty soon. And she told me, she's a PlayStation person, and she told me that if there's one thing she wanted to do at E3 to justify her going, it was to play Zelda. That's how people were talking.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
Zelda.
I go down this aisle, and there's literally people like woven up and down, hundreds, if not 1,000 people waiting, knowing that full well they're going to wait there for 6, 7, 8 hours, right? Just to play one game. And I'm just like, are you friggin' kidding me? But it worked. It worked. People in the chat are saying Nintendo dead. Who said that? Poison Ivy, right? Said Nintendo dead. She-Wolf says, Nintendo didn't impress me this year, but sadly they were not any better last year.
Yeah, I gotta agree with what She-Wolf said. Nintendo did not impress me either. This Zelda game, and I know it's like open world and exciting, but man, Zelda didn't grow up. Link did not grow up. I need to see something more from Link. It looked too cartoonish for me.
Yes,
and I like cartoonish games.
Yes. It's not. From what I saw, because I didn't play it, I didn't get in that line. Fuck that. I got it. I went in the booth, and I was there, and I stood behind somebody that I knew that was in line that played. I mean, they let you do that, no problem. And I just watched them play, and I saw some really cool new mechanics. Like you can run and then slide on the shield down hills or away from enemies and stuff. You can jump on the shield and use it as like a surfboard and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, there were a few new mechanics. It was a pretty full featured demo. It was a nice looking demo, but you're absolutely right, clowns. Link has not grown up. And for hardcore people, like, we want Link to grow up. How many people have said, like, how many times have we heard in like Xbox Party or something, and they'll be like, oh, you know what would be cool if Nintendo did? If they made a Pokemon MMORPG, or if they made like, some sort of Pokemon game where you could like actually kill each other, or this, that, or the other thing. Like, people want mature Nintendo games. It's okay if you make the kiddie ones, but for the hardcore, make the mature ones too, Nintendo. Like, that's how I think they need to grow up to get everyone.
The more hardcore gamers aren't really their demographic.
I know, but
more family.
I know. I agree with you. I do. but the people that like grew up on Nintendo, right? So like me and Clowns, like we grew up on like the old NES, like have fond memories of like the original Nintendo. Like Nintendo was it when we were kids. Like that was it. And then like, you know, Sega came in and tried to like fight it, you know, with the Genesis or whatever. But I mean, it didn't do. The Genesis did well in its own right, but I mean, Nintendo was king. Like everyone knew Nintendo. Like if PlayStation, you know, if Sony didn't break off to make the PlayStation, and it was the add-on to the SNES like it was supposed to be. We probably wouldn't even have an Xbox or a PlayStation today. I mean, it would just be a fucking monopoly. And like all these older people now that grew up on it are like craving like these old games, like older, more mature versions of the old games, and they're not getting it, so they're getting like pissed at Nintendo almost. But then you're right, Taylor, like on the other side of it, like the demographic has shifted to children, and children spend a lot on toys, so Nintendo is making a shit ton on handhelds and amiibos and plush dolls and Pokemon stuffed animals and all this other crap. So, you know, Nintendo's still people are of this notion that Nintendo is like gonna go out of business like any day now. Nintendo's not going anywhere because of like what you said, Taylor. Like the demographic still stands well, but at the same time, like I feel like people who grew up with it are still disappointed. I don't know. I still play Wii U though. Like Splatoon, amazing. Like Mario Kart, I'll buy every single Mario Kart that releases until the day I'm dead, probably. But
Probably.
but I want, or even like Mario Party, the new Mario Party they showed off for the 3DS. That looks cool. Like I have a 3DS, I'll probably get that. But like Zelda, like Link is still like. It's like when you watch South Park and the kids have not grown up. Like, something about South Park is lost to me now because, like, the kids are still, like, in 4th grade somehow. You know? And that bothers me. That, like, there hasn't been, like, this progression. Same thing with Nintendo. Lady Foxfire says in the chat, keywords Nintendo was king.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It
And
is,
you know,
though.
the other thing too is that I understand that, you know, Nintendo gears themselves towards kids and families and stuff, but you have to remember and think too that kids today are watching more mature cartoons than what Nintendo's putting out in games. I mean, there's kids watching anime, there's kids watching Family Guy, there's kids watching The Simpsons, South Park, for example, and they're all more mature than Nintendo. And, you know, when I was like 10, 12, 14, I loved Nintendo. My daughter, when she was, I want to say 12, she was already bored of Nintendo games and was like, oh, Xbox 360 is so much better. Xbox One is so much better. So, I mean, you know, I just think that kids are maturing faster. Nintendo's not going to keep that market.
What say you about that, Taylor? Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
I really don't know because their demographic is still going to be geared towards family. Their
So it doesn't matter
demographic
that it's kids, it's just like family. Okay.
It's games for the family.
Gotcha.
Is what it is. It's not so much as just kids anymore. It's kids and the whole family, including parents. And they produce games that more conservative parents are okay with letting their kids play. Which,
Right.
I mean, that's not bad because they are pretty fun games. They're just not as violent as the ones on the other systems.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that because like you look for party games on like Xbox, for example, and they're all indies. Like you don't get very good party games that are first party or even third party AAA publishers, developers don't make great party games on Xbox One or PS4 or PC even. Like I saw tons of awesome party games at PAX, all Steam, all on PC. No PS4, no Xbox One. Very rarely did you see it. But Nintendo has like got that unlocked. Like Mario Kart, you can 4-player split screen, play Mario Kart until you fall asleep as a kid, or Mario Party, or what else? Even like Mario Tennis and stuff. Like no joke, like Mario Tennis. I used to love that shit.
And then even like in high school, my friends and I, when we would spend the night, usually at my house, because I think I'm the only one that has a Wii, we would play games until we fell asleep.
Right. Right.
Play
Yeah.
games on that.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. But like, I feel like Zelda. I know where you're coming from, Clowns, and I felt the same exact way. Because Zelda is like on the cusp of being more mature. Like you're getting more weapons and, the lighting and the effects like make it more mature. And then you have like a little kid still. You still have like the voice acting and the actions of a little kid in a game that looks mature. So I know where you're coming from on that. We lost video again. Jesus, everybody, turn your video back on.
Do I have to?
Bring in Skype. Clowns, what were you gonna say? Do we lose Clowns?
I don't know.
Is he still saving the princess?
See, that I don't even know. Like the demo didn't really give you a good indication on what the story really was, so I'm not sure. And I don't think they're gonna leak it either.
The one thing I have to say to Nintendo is how many times can you save the princess?
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you 100%. Assassin, are you there? Because you're circling right now on my screen.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. So, tell us what you think about this Nintendo stuff at E3.
The day Nintendo releases a game where you can rip off Pikachu's limbs and curb stomp that bitch, I will buy a console from them.
See, so this Taylor is like, what the fuck? Like, this is not Nintendo. This is not the Nintendo we love. So this is a good point from She-Wolf that I think is, something that people are rightly concerned about, and I think is right up there with like power and graphics with the NX. And she says in the chat, kids nowadays going more towards wanting to play with their friends and having a community. Like Xbox and Sony bring parties and stuff, and Nintendo doesn't bring stuff like that. She-Wolf, I hope you're okay that I just paraphrased. I didn't read word for word, but essentially, people are saying, okay, well, Nintendo, to bring it to the next level for me and to be able to play with my friends at school and stuff, I want to be able to play online and have the same kind of like party and, game joining experience, and friends codes isn't doing it for me. Like, I want my own screen name. I want to be like Mario Lover 29 or whatever. I don't want to be 1643-5446- whatever. Like, I don't want to be like that. I want my own name. I want to see my friends in chat and know, yo, my boy Chad in the 4th grade is Luigi Killer like 50 or something. Like, like people want stuff like that. So I think it's a good point. That's all I can say about it, really. They didn't say anything at E3 about that, obviously. They didn't even say anything about the NX, really, so.
But then again, Nintendo is still meant for people who are together in the same house or the same room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's meant for them to be playing together. It's not supposed to be like the Xbox and the PS4. Because now with these consoles, you don't have like party games anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have party games. And so, like, I went to my friend's 18th birthday party. We played Just Dance, like, almost the whole night. There was always at least 2 people playing Just Dance.
Right. See, there you go. Like, people have parties, they want to play party games, and what you're stuck with is stuff like Just Dance, and there's nothing else. Like, people can't say, oh, well, we're bored of Just Dance. Like, we've danced to Katy Perry, like, 5 times. What are we going to go to?
Well, there was also, like, 30 people or something. So it was just, like, rotating all night of people who wanted to play, jump in and play.
Gotcha. So that's a little bit easier.
Yeah, but then, like, when we would have sleepovers, we'd play Just Dance, we'd play Mario Kart, we'd play whatever other thing we had on there, and then we'd watch Netflix and go to sleep.
Right. Sasson, can you do me a favor and turn your webcam off and turn it back on? Because it's still spinning for me for some reason.
There.
Come on, work. You're going to be a spinning circle, I think, for the rest of the night. I think it's because she would have told you to tilt your screen. I think she she cursed you a little bit. Anything else about Nintendo at E3? Like they talked about a bunch of other stuff too. That new Mario Party that I was talking about for 3DS looks kind of cool. They showed off the new Paper Mario. The graphics on that look incredible. What else did they show off? I don't know. Apparently, Warner Brothers has come out and said that they're going to be supporting the NX. So I guess it's more on the line of a regular console, because otherwise, I think I can speak. Warner Brothers wouldn't support it. That didn't come out of E3, but interesting thing that came out today about that Warner Brothers, I guess, is on board with supporting the NX. So, anything else about E3 Nintendo that anyone wants to say?
No.
Yo, okay, fine. We shall move on to the company that I think everyone but me is interested in, and that is Bethesda. Bethesda had their conference, not quite first. I think EA had them beat by a little bit, but Bethesda is typically the first to have their conference, and they, from what I heard, because I didn't go to that conference, I didn't have an invite to that, but from what I heard, it really wasn't that good.
Nope. It was kind of boring.
I didn't watch it either. I just, people told me about it, and I was like, why am I going to watch that? Because apparently there was no gameplay for like the first 50 minutes of it, and they finally got to Dishonored, and they finally showed gameplay, and everything else was like CGI trailer. So Assassin, tell us what you think about what Bethesda had to show, and what you thought of their showing.
I thought it wasn't that great. I mean, you got Quake. I mean, that's a PC game, so not even going to try that out. Card games, I'm not interested in any of that. Dishonored, I didn't like the first one, so that was kind of meh. And Skyrim was the only good thing.
Okay. Good analysis. You didn't like Dishonored. Well, you don't like Dishonored, the first one, so
No,
forget that.
it was a bad stealth kind of game.
I mean, I disagree with you wholeheartedly on that. I thought that game was excellent, but to each their own, I suppose. I was excited for Dishonored 2. That was pretty much the only exciting thing from Bethesda's conference, other than, obviously, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. Like, obviously, that was exciting, but other than that, like, Dishonored 2 was it from what they announced. Not even the Quake thing, even though I'm a huge Quake fan. Not even the Quake thing had me quite interested as of yet. We shall see when more information is released. Apparently, you'll be able to play that on like 120 hertz monitors and stuff. I'm not all about that. Like, I did just build a new PC rig, but I'm not quite all about that as of yet. How about Clowns or Taylor from Bethesda? What did you guys think?
Really, the only thing I cared about was Dishonored 2.
See? And weren't you
so
excited?
excited.
Yep.
I'm so excited for this game, and I'm getting the collector's edition. I will spend the $100 on it. I don't care.
Yep. No, I'm
So excited.
It's a day one buy for me, and the gameplay that they showed off at during the Bethesda thing, like I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did catch the gameplay segment that they showed during their conference, and it looks good. It looks really good. The graphics look incredible. I'm glad that they stayed to like the same kind of art style and stuff. It feels like a sequel to me. It doesn't feel like they diverge too much, and I like that because I love the first game. So.
And with this one, they're doing the right thing and making it where you can play as a girl or a boy. And they're making it not like what Zelda did or is doing. They're making it so you have a different experience with each one. Which
Right.
I'm so excited for. Can't wait.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it too. And like, even though you're gonna play essentially the same game, just as a different character, it's not really even the same game because the characters have like a little bit of unique skills and stuff. I don't know if the trees are completely different. Do you know, Taylor, if they are?
I don't think they're completely different. I think they have a couple different things that each of them have like their own special ability that they can have that the other can't. And I think that's really the only difference, but they get mostly the same types of things.
Right. So yeah, I mean, if it captures my attention quite like the first one did, I will definitely play it a second time for sure. So I like that addition too. Like I'm all for that for sure. It doesn't feel like a cheaply thrown in like female character like a lot of these games are doing now. I know Lady Pelvic, who's over in the Twitch chat, is hugely against, even though she's a female, she's hugely against this like push to make sure that women characters are included in these like games like Zelda and stuff. But like this feels like a genuine inclusion of a woman character. Like it feels like this belongs in the game, and she has like this separate, like play story almost, and there's something very unique about playing as her that makes it, worthwhile, and it's not just thrown in just to be PC, Clowns, thoughts about Bethesda?
When they did the Skyrim remastered, they had me right there. So the rest of the show could have sucked, and I love it just for Skyrim remastered.
Yeah, the Skyrim remastered was a big hit, and it sucks that was leaked, because if that wasn't leaked, how much traffic that would get on the net. Like, I feel like because all this stuff leaked, and that's what brought the Xbox conference down too. We talked about that last week on the show, but a lot of these leaks are like, oh, okay, well, they just show what we knew. Like, great. Like with the Skyrim thing, like that's such a big deal that people are still excited about it. But imagine if we had no idea about that Skyrim remastered, and then all of a sudden they drop it, and everyone's just like, "Oh shit!" Like it would be a huge deal, huge deal. And I think it was just a big deal. Like it wasn't a huge deal; it was a big deal. When in fact, like people would almost throw Bethesda in the running for the winner of E3, quote unquote, if that wasn't leaked, and because it was leaked, it kind of lost a lot of its steam. So, Assassin, thoughts on that?
Skyrim, who cares?
So it has all the DLC, right? The Skyrim game is confirmed, has all the DLC, mod support on consoles, kind of following the way of Fallout in that regard.
Question is if they're gonna remove the achievements if you put mods in.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Because I want the mod, the Mine Turtle mod, but if they're
I think that's an Xbox policy.
You think that's just an Xbox thing?
Yeah, I think that's a policy from Xbox because, initially they don't condone cheating, and some of the mods allow you to cheat. So since they're on board with mods now, I think just taking away the achievements makes it work for them.
Okay, so that would be interesting to find out, because I'm not. Ooh, Assassin's Face is back! Yay! So I'm not sure, like, because I haven't looked on the PlayStation. Does the Fallout 4 PlayStation? Oh well, they don't have. Do they even have mods yet, or is it the end of the month?
But the Xbox One can hold up to 2 gigs. The PlayStation 4 only holds up to 900 megabytes.
Ooh, yuck. Interesting, though. Would people trade off 900 megs instead of 2 gigs if they're able to get achievements / trophies? Interesting trade-off. I don't know. I haven't looked at the PlayStation 1, so I don't know if you can get trophies on there. But if it's just an Xbox thing, that's kind of like a... It's kind of like a smear, I guess, on Xbox. That would kind of suck if Xbox was the one that was just like, no achievements. But PlayStation can use that to brag almost and be like, oh, okay, well, you can get trophies over here. Come on over. Use your mods freely. Like, they'd spin it like that, like, freely. Like, make another video on how to earn trophies with mods like they did with, like, the play and use games, right? How to play use games. Like, hand it to your friend, right? Or whatever it was back in the day. So yeah, other stuff with Bethesda. What did you guys think of the Prey remake? Have you guys ever played Prey? Probably not. Assassin, have you played Prey?
Never.
Taylor's like, what the fuck is Prey?
Exactly.
Clowns, did you ever play Prey? That came out not even 10 years ago, probably, for 360. I played that game.
Nope. What is Prey? Never heard of it.
Really? Wow. If that comes backwards compatible on 360, I will definitely play through that again. Because you play as like a American Indian, like a Native American, and it's almost like Portal a little bit. I mean, it's first-person shooter, and it has like real shooting elements. It's not like Portal where you don't really kill anything. You do actually kill stuff, and there is a real story, but it does have like Portal elements where, you know, you do teleport and stuff by walking through portals and stuff, and it's very futuristic. I don't think the trailer they showed at the Bethesda thing, I didn't watch the Bethesda thing live or the replay of it, but I did, check out the trailer that was on YouTube. And the Prey trailer they showed off at the conference, it wasn't exactly like the original game, so it'll be interesting to see how it's received. I feel like the Prey announcement was more of like a shock kind of announcement, if that makes sense. Like they just wanted to get people shocked about it versus it actually being authentic to the game, but we shall see. The Bethesda booth was not very popular at E3, I will say that. And Pelvic, if you're still in the Twitch chat, tell me if you agree that the Bethesda booth wasn't too popular, except for... Oh, she switched to YouTube, okay. Except for the only thing that was popular at Bethesda, and I don't know what you guys think of this, is the Fallout 4 VR. Did you guys see that at all?
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think of that, Assassin? Are you in on VR now that you see stuff like that, or?
If it comes to the Scorpio, if it supports VR, which people say it does, then yeah. They also showed Doom or whatever.
Ooh. They also showed ESO. Oh. Oh, they show. You mean Doom VR?
Doom
you mean?
VR,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. No, they did. Well, I don't even know if that was playable because the only side that I went to, or the thing that caught my attention was the Fallout VR. I didn't get to play that, but yeah, Clowns. I know you're a big Fallout 4 guy. So what do you think about the Fallout 4 VR stuff?
You know, even though I love Fallout, I'm still not sold on the whole VR thing. I'm still not sold on it. So even if it comes, Fallout 4 goes VR, and everybody's like out there like super excited, waving their flags on the front lawn, I'll still be sitting here just playing it regular.
Yes, I think the more traditional Fallout thing is gonna be more exciting. I think Fallout 4 VR. I think the people who I talked to that were in line and actually got to play it were excited about it. They thought it was really cool, but people like after the shock value, they're not gonna play it. Like I think more people are. I think you're gonna get more people that play like 100 hours of Fallout 4 sitting on the couch with a controller normally than in the VR experience doing whatever the fuck you do. Like I don't even know because I didn't play it, so I don't know what the demo was like, but I heard it was very good. Like I heard it was very compelling, and the experience was very smooth. I just don't know, like if that's going to attract people for long periods of time. So Pelvic Gaming in the YouTube chat, now that she switched over from Twitch, says there was a Bethesda booth and puts a smiley face. Exactly. Like it's almost like you didn't even know it was there.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing I'm gonna say about Bethesda.
Nope. His microphone cut out at like the least
sorry, I
opportunity.
lost-
Oh, okay, go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say about Bethesda. It doesn't matter how popular they are at E3. At the end of the year, they're always like number one with the media. So I mean, Bethesda's always gonna come out on top. Them and CD Projekt Red.
Yep. And you know, maybe that's why their booths. Maybe that's why the booth in the show wasn't even that great. It wasn't so showy, and people weren't too entertained by it because you know they're gonna make good stuff. Like they don't even need that. They almost could pull out of E3 altogether, like you know Activision and whatnot, because they know they're gonna make money, and they know their stuff's good. So, good point, Clowns. Anything else about Bethesda?
Nope.
They show anything else? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So, oh, they showed that ESO like card game, right?
Woohoo.
Don't know what it is.
You know, it is gonna end up being popular. I don't care what people
Well,
say.
yeah,
I mean,
it's a
look
card
at
game.
Hearthstone. Gwent's gonna be popular. That's gonna be popular. The least popular one's gonna be Fable, Fortune, but that's still gonna have an audience. So I mean, they're all gonna do good.
Yes. So people in the chat from the Bethesda conference will come back to you. What's the thing from the Bethesda conference you looking forward to most? I know Black Tiger kind of started it off already. He said Bethesda, I'm looking forward to the Skyrim remaster. I think everyone's pretty much going to say that, so we'll see what people say in the chat. But definitely let us know what you guys think or thought of the Bethesda conference and how they're going to do with the games that they showed off. All right, next company, EA, right? EA was not at E3, really. They were at EA Play. I did go. I went on Sunday. I didn't go to the conference, but I went to EA Play and played some games. Battlefield 1 played a couple times. Titanfall 2 played about 6 or 7 times. I actually played Madden. That actually was pretty good. They were showing it on curved displays, and I'm like, normally I'm just like, I see curved displays advertised online, I'm like, please. Like, I'm not going to sit in front of a TV that's curved. Like, this is no better, it's not better at all. But then I played it, and Madden actually looked pretty good in a curved display, so.
Let me ask you, do they have the golden touch in this Madden, where they catch every ball?
Yes, they do. There's still that Y button that makes you catch everything. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be for me necessarily because of that, and I know we have an article on our site that talks about that from Madden 16 that the Jizzle wrote. So go read that if you're interested. But I know the Jizzle is a longtime fan of Madden, and he wrote an excellent article about why he's probably not going to buy Madden anymore because they added that golden touch that Clown's referring to.
Hey, I thought it enhanced the game. I started doing really good.
Nice. Of course you do. Assassin's like, yeah, screw Madden.
Yeah, it's sports. Who cares?
I didn't get to play FIFA, but they had that playable. They had NHL playable. I didn't play that either. I got a picture taken with Super Brains from Plants vs. Zombies.
I saw that. Yeah, Assassin was jealous over that picture.
Right, Assassin?
I wasn't jealous, but
I almost grabbed his ass and said, this is from Assassin. But I didn't. Anyway, so what did you guys think of EA? What did you, they did have a little conference. I mean, it wasn't quite like the spectacle of what they usually have at E3. I mean, the stage was definitely a lot smaller. But they did have their own conference in the same building, the LA Live building, that they had the playable demos. So what did you guys think of what they showed? They also showed off, I don't want to forget about saying this, they showed off the EA Originals thing, and they are actually publishing a game from our friends at Zoink Games called Fee. So make sure you check that out because we love Zoink, and it's cool that they're publishing their game. They got EA to sign on and notice them. That's pretty good because Zoink is an independent company, and they made Stick It to the Man and Zombie Vikings, and so Fee is their latest and greatest, and now EA is going to publish it. So, Assassin, what'd you think of EA?
I thought it was better than Bethesda and Ubisoft, but it was also a letdown because we wanted to see some Mass Effect, and there was no really Mass Effect gameplay. There was that bullshit that they did with Battlefront a few years ago. They're like, yeah, we're making the game. Here's some pretty pictures.
Right. Oh, I even forgot about Mass Effect because they didn't show any gameplay.
Yeah.
Not to even mention that.
Let down probably the whole conference.
Probably. I'm with you on that. Taylor or Clowns on EA?
Really, the only things that I know from EA are Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, because that's all anyone talks about.
That's all they really pushed, too. Like, from walking in the thing, that's what they really pushed.
See, we are looking at EA from a perspective as being American, where, we're interested in, like, the Maddens and the NBAs, but I really think that with Europeans that FIFA's going to kill it. And I'm not into FIFA. Like, I'm not into that soccer game, but I think it's going to kill it.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't play it, but I did watch people play it, and it looks a lot better. Like I saw people playing on an Xbox One hardware. It looks a lot better, and I wonder if that's because of that Frostbite engine addition to it. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it looks like it's definitely going to kill it. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, because it's got that single player, story mode or something, where you, like, start out and try to make it big in soccer, aka football. Yeah, right. I think that's going to be huge.
Right. Yep, I'm with you on that. And you know what? The reason I didn't even play, FIFA rather at EA Play or whatever is because it was by appointment only. That's how much in demand it was. So Madden, you can literally walk in and like walk up to a station. Like there are people, they had like 14 or 15 stations, and like there were like 8 open at a time. You could just walk up and play it. So, and FIFA was constantly bombarded by by media. So, yeah. So FIFA definitely showed pretty well. Fire Monkey in the Twitch chat says, "Yeah, go Madden." I don't think he really means that. Do you guys know that Fire Monkey plays Madden, Assassin?
I don't think I've ever seen him play a sports game.
Yeah, no. Fire Monkey, you're just trolling us, bro. What else? Yeah, people saying in the chat, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, like Taylor said. That's pretty much all people noticed. I mean, that was what was pushed. Battlefield 1, you walked into EA Play, and literally the whole first floor was like Battlefield 1 that was visible. Like, you walked in the room, and it was just Battlefield here. It was just Battlefield 1, playable screens of Battlefield 1, and then you look left, and you can make, like, dog tags, and you look to the right, and you can buy swag and all that stuff. It was just Battlefield everywhere. Like, that was what they were pushing, rightfully so, because it looks awesome. But She-Wolf says, Titanfall 2 was my game, but it just sucked that they didn't show much. But Doritos did show big gameplay, but we got to see the sword. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I mean, I think they showed a lot more of Titanfall like at the show. I thought the playable demo was pretty full-featured. But it sucks that like they didn't have any streaming things that showed matches of Titanfall 2 from the conference. Like they didn't have anything on their Twitch channel or anything like that, on YouTube or on gaming, YouTube gaming, whatever you want to call it.
And people on YouTube couldn't even share their experience.
Yeah, you couldn't take pictures or video or anything. Like there were signs everywhere. They're like, don't record anything, no photography or videography of any screens. So, the J1976, also known as J Street, says, just pray for a new Fight Night. I thought they were going to show Fight Night myself, but didn't happen, unfortunately. What else from EA? Did you guys like the look of Fee, Assassin?
Looked interesting. That's all I'm going to say about it.
There wasn't really like much of it. Like it left a lot open for interpretation. So, but hopefully we can get Klaus on the show again and give us the inside scoop, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, Black Tiger says not a fan of FIFA, but it did look amazing. Yeah, it did. It did look amazing.
Surprised it's running 1080p on Xbox. Because all Frostbite games go at 720 on Xbox and 900 on PS4.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I thought they were going to get rid of the Frostbite engine because of that, to be honest with you.
Yep.
But guess they didn't. Anything else from EA? I thought Battlefield 1 was excellent, by the way, when I played it, for those who want to know. I played it on PC hardware, not on Xbox One. And the game was very fluid. I will say the guns need a lot of kick and hitbox work, but granted, it's not coming out for a while, so I'm sure they will. But to drop that Zeppelin thing on everyone and get like a bunch of kills, like that was worth it for me. That sealed the deal. No, I did not see Snoop Dogg or Tyga or whoever was there playing it. There were a lot of celebrities there, though.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Ladd, I see your messages on YouTube, so don't worry, I see you. Anything else from EA that you guys were excited about? Titanfall 2 was excellent, more of the same. Anything else?
No.
Boo. All right, we move on to the company who I think, without a doubt, won E3.
No.
Ubisoft.
No.
I think Ubisoft won E3.
No.
I think Ubisoft had. I don't think anyone had much of anything negative to say about anything that Ubisoft showed. I think everything Ubisoft showed was at least like 70% positive from everyone. Like it took. I think it took an effort to find something negative about games on Ubisoft's.
No.
Ubisoft's conference, maybe not, but their floor, yes.
What? Like, name some games that they're putting out besides the crappy Watch Dogs 2. What else is there?
Ghost Recon.
Okay, that looked good.
I played that, dude. That's gonna be my game. Like, Assassin, I hope you get that.
We'll see.
I hope you buy that digitally so Clowns can get it too, and we can all play that. Because, I mean, you just got some fresh money from that PS4. You probably have some money left over to buy Wildlands, so we can all play as a squad.
If the Xbox Scorpio is priced as some people say it's going to be.
At least 600, probably.
Yep.
That's what I was hearing on the floor. At least 6.
And that makes sense because the graphics card is what, $399 by itself.
Depending on what they're using, yeah. The graphics card's gonna be the most expensive thing. What else? What else from Ubisoft was good? I thought the Watch Dogs thing was good, even though you thought it was crappy. Apparently,
I thought Watch Dogs looked cool.
Okay, the Watch Dogs demo they showed was badass. It was flat out badass. Like, using that drone instead of switching from camera to camera. Like, the camera thing was cool in Watch Dogs 1. But using the drone to, like, circle the building, spot things out, even hack from your drone, use your drone to actually hack things that you can't see, I thought that was cool. Like, I thought that mechanic was much improved on the camera one. So, big plus for that. I heard people come out of the video, or some people got actually a private showing where they could play the game, like Patrick Macca from TXR and Macca Productions 91. I saw that he actually got to play it, and he said to me, it's like he's like, it really wasn't that great. It's like Watch Dogs 1 with improved driving, improved mechanics, improved running, and improved tech. And I'm like, okay, well, what else is there? Like, I literally said to him, I was like, isn't that what you wanted? Like, Watch Dogs 1 already had, like, the good base. What else could you want? Like, the driving sucked. They improved that. The running and the parkour mechanics sucked. They improved that. The tech is better. They improved that. Like, everything is improved, I think. Other than the fact that the protagonist is a kid. I mean, other than that, I think it's good. Looks good.
Reezy was saying it was like a modern day Assassin's Creed.
Which makes sense, though. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. It makes sense because it's from Ubisoft. Granted, not exactly the same studio, but it's from Ubisoft. So, I mean, it makes sense. And who doesn't want Ubisoft Watch Dogs to become more like Assassin's Creed? Like,
exactly. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Well, are we talking about past Assassin's Creed, or are we talking about the newer crap? Because it's like the newer crap, Watch Dogs can go away.
Okay, like like Assassin's Creed 2 then, Assassin.
Okay.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, so nothing really on Assassin's Creed other than the movie, right? At Ubisoft?
Right.
So, Pelvic Gaming in the YouTube chat says, anyone else over Assassin's Creed, or is it just me? I don't think people are necessarily over Assassin's Creed, but I think they saw the writing on the wall that people aren't really necessarily interested in a one every year. So I think that them taking the 2-year approach is going to improve sales significantly. So that I think that's why they didn't show it off, and we knew ahead of time. They actually released a letter to the fans saying that they weren't going to have an Assassin's Creed this year. So that's why we didn't get it. What else from Ubisoft did you guys like? I know
some people saying For Honor, but
see, I played For Honor,
no.
And For Honor for me is like a 7.5 at its current state. Talked to a couple of developers there who I'm really hoping will be on the show. They're gonna get back to me because you have to go through Ubisoft PR in order to get them on the show. But I told them about, you know, the podcast and stuff, and they were pretty interested in coming on. And I asked a lot of questions about For Honor, so I think they saw that I was interested, and hopefully we can get them on to talk about it. But I did address one thing, and that is that in For Honor, it's really hard to like combo enemies, if that makes sense. You know how like in the Batman games, like it's easy to like attack one guy, and then like if there's a guy like 10 feet away from you, you just like combo those attacks back and forth, and you just like constantly like zigzagging, kicking ass. Well, in For Honor, the fighting style is like that, but you don't get that comboing because of the time style it's set in. So the fighting feels really slow. And when you're fighting like the bigger enemies, like the like captains and stuff, you do have to spend a lot of time defending. Like that mechanic is cool, how you have to defend the 3 quadrants. Like you have to push the right stick up to defend the top, or the bottom left, or bottom right. That is cool, but it slows down the gameplay a lot. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. But I liked For Honor. It's a 7.5 for me right now because it was such an early stage. They are improving the battle mechanics, so look out for maybe some videos about that from Ubisoft explaining what they've changed, because they are dedicated to letting fans know like that they are improving their games. Hence the YouTube or the Twitch stream of Watch Dogs and stuff. So they are dedicated to that. Assassin, you said you don't like For Honor?
From the little trailer thing that they showed, it seems like, you know, it's nice that there's a bunch of enemies, but like the little guys, they put up no fight. It's like you go up to them, stab, he's dead. Like they have shields, like they don't even block. Like give them a little chance. Like,
yeah, I didn't particularly like that you can take them out with one hit. It reminded me of like Dynasty Warriors. Like there's a bunch of enemies on screen, you just like take one swing, you can take out like 10 of them. Like I didn't like that at all. That's one thing I didn't like about it. Make them a little stronger. If they have shields, like let them block.
Yep, give them a fighting chance.
But I mean, it is an alpha. I hate to say that because I don't want to make excuses for it, but I'm really hoping they improve that too. So, what else from Ubisoft did you guys like? South Park? You guys interested in that?
That one's gonna be good.
Fractured But Whole?
Oh yeah. That's
Right?
something I'm interested in.
Yeah, Clowns. You like Stick of Truth, didn't you? So this is gonna be Stick of Truth plus some, no?
Yeah, I love Stick of Truth.
Yeah. So there's one thing you're interested in. See, we're talking you off the ledge, Clowns. We're talking you off the Ubisoft ledge.
See, I don't want to get people like misconfused because I liked Watch Dogs 1, but like Watch Dogs 2, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me with the protagonist. And the drone stuff is cool, yeah, but I just, you know, I want that older hacker-esque feel. I don't want like that young hacker type.
I hear you. I hear
Just
you on it.
block them out and pretend it's the other
Aiden?
guy.
Yeah, then it's Aiden. Oh man. Well, I think it would be really smart of them, and I don't know if they're gonna do it, but it would be smart of them to release a DLC where you could be Aiden with the same kind of like extra stuff. Like I think that would be really cool, and it would really appease the diehards. Is there a season pass? There's got to be, right?
Yep, it's $40.
See, so it's $40. Okay, so that's a lot of money for a season pass. They damn well better have an Aiden DLC. Like,
They better have more DLC, like a lot more than Watch Dogs 1.
oh yeah, for
and
sure.
have it come out not a year later when it's the game's just no one cares about.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean for $40, like it better have like Witcher 3 level of DLC. For sure. Like
Yep.
that DLC that if they do release an Aiden pack, that DLC better be like 15 hours long, at least, for that money. Let me go to the chat real quick. Pelvic Gaming says, haven't played a South Park game. Sadly, I want to. Heard they're great. Huge South Park fan. Love Lacey's making fun of PC. Yeah, like if you're a huge South Park fan, you're gonna love these games. Like this is right, Clowns. I mean, this is like the South Park lore encapsulated in video games. It's all the South Park lore you can get, like packed into a 20-hour experience. No?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. Because I didn't finish it. Clowns was like the big Stick of Truth guy here, I think. Assassin, you didn't play Stick of Truth, did you?
I beat it.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah.
sneaky ass bastard.
I didn't like the gameplay all too much because I'm not a fan of that crap.
Oh,
But
you don't like turn-based?
no, but I mean everything else is good.
Gotcha.
I think it's the reason why I got into the TV show.
Right. So they like, see, that's the thing. Like, even people who hate like turn-based style games, like, there's so much lore there from the TV show that makes sense that you're willing to like, stick it out for the whole 20 hours or whatever the gameplay is. So I think that's a good sign for a game. Even if you're not like too into that game style, you're willing to like expand your genre horizons for a game that is based on TV or a movie. Usually games based on TVs and movies suck ass. And now this is one that is like so good it makes people who hate those kind of games play them. So She-Wolf says she wants the collector's edition with Cartman as the coon. Oh my god, how much is that? I want to know.
Not too sure.
And She-Wolf makes a good point. If you pre-order, right? You have to pre-order, or is it just when you buy the game you get Stick of Truth for free?
Yeah. The remastered version.
The remastered version.
360 port or whatever.
Right, so it runs a lot better, and yeah, I mean, both of those games are. I mean, Stick of Truth is excellent. I'm expecting this one to be just as good, if not better. What else from Ubi did you guys like? What about Steep? Did you guys see that one?
I did see that one.
And
Let's see.
It looks like the game you play when you don't have anything else to play. That's what it feels like.
perfect. Oh my god! Wow, Assassin, you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Snowboarding games. I don't know. It hopefully has a lot of content.
Yeah.
I
don't
might
know.
get it just because of the crashing stuff. That looks really funny. And that is like one of my favorite things. Like I had Tony Hawk Underground on the PS2 that I'll still play from time to time. And I'll just like wreck my person. It's just so funny, and they just get back up like nothing happened.
Right. Yeah, in that regard, it does have a little bit of Tony Hawk in it. No, the Steep game, it's got a little bit of Tony Hawk elements.
Yeah.
It makes people, I know, from the experience of being on the floor at the Ubisoft booth, it made a lot of people say to me, or not to me directly, but I was in earshot, and they were saying like, oh, when's SSX coming back or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, people are now craving games like this because they played Steep. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 kind of failed, but people are still craving for these old style like snowboarding, skateboarding kinds of games. So, what else? Anything else from Ubisoft? I can't think of anything really.
I think that was that.
Just Dance, yay!
Oh, that dancing giraffe won the show. Just saying.
Yep, the dancing giraffe. They had like a bunch of dancing animals at the booth. Oh my god, man! It was just nuts. How many people were dancing at one time? Like those 30 people you were talking about earlier, Taylor. Like in this game, I guess you can dance with 30 people on the screen at the same time. I didn't know that, but yeah. So that's Ubisoft. I think that's pretty much it. They didn't show any Division stuff, did they?
They showed the first DLC, I think, and the second DLC. 'Cause
Oh,
that
good.
Makes sense.
Good. Great job. I think they've given up on that. Yeah. Exactly. I think they've given up on that. I think that train is gone, and they made their money on that, and it's time for bigger and better pastures, I'm sure.
I mean, if they didn't ruin it with the one update, it would have been fine.
There you go. That's right. Yeah, I think that's it on Ubisoft. Screw them. Other companies at E3. So people in the chat earlier, the J1976, I think it was saying that Mafia 3 looks really good. I got to check out Mafia 3. Graphics look amazing on it. But it doesn't give me that Mafia feel. I gotta be honest with you. And I know Clowns is pretty outspoken on this, so I want him to say something on Clowns. How do you feel about Mafia 3 even after? Did you see anything about it in the E3 coverage?
No, I kind of like boycotted the view of that. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, the graphics are amazing, and I think they're trying something different, and I give them credit for that. But I just don't think the protagonist should not be, you know, Italian. I mean, it should stay as Italian or even Russian, like some type of real mafia family. And then on top of that, it's like, you know, realistically speaking, back in the time of the 60s, it's not like the mafia would wipe out like a gang that was like selling stuff. Instead, they would want to partner with them and make money together. You know, and the game portrays it differently, and it just feels very unrealistic. Because in real life, it wouldn't go down like that. Instead, they would like be partners, split in profits. Yeah. So I mean, it's just it kind of bothers me.
Yep. I think a lot of people agree with you. Like, a lot of people wanted to check it out to see if it felt like Mafia still. They were kind of giving it a second chance, but I heard a lot of people talking the same way you were talking. Like, it just does not feel like Mafia. And I think that's going to hurt them. I don't know if it's going to hurt them in reviews because it looks gorgeous. It's probably going to play really well. But will people penalize it for the story and not staying true to what those games are, or what the Mafia is, really, in general? Time will tell, but I'm with you, Clowns. Like, my interest on this is definitely lower after what I saw. The graphics are great, but it does not feel like Mafia. Doesn't feel like it. They were tossing, like, beads like it was Mardi Gras. Like, they were like, show me your badge! And I'm like, all right. Like, I pull my badge out and like, yeah, here it is. And they're like, okay, here's your beads. And they threw down, like, these beads that had like a Mafia tag on it that said Mafia 3. It was like Mardi Gras beads. I'm like, okay, this has anything to do with the game.
Yeah, you know, I would like to give a shout out to Mooch because when I said something on Twitter, he backed me up and he agreed. You know, it should still feel Italian.
Yes.
And it doesn't have that feel, the protagonist. It really doesn't. At least in Mafia 2, like, the story kind of reminded me of like the real life story of Joe Gallo, how his like friends kind of like betrayed him, you know, and that was like a real Mafia feel, a real Mafia story. And this, it doesn't have it, man. It just doesn't have it.
Yep. So I see you talking in the chat about agreeing with Zaz there, Tilly, and then Clowns is in the Mafia. Come on.
Yep.
Nice.
He knows too much.
Clowns does know quite a bit about the Mafia, so I mean, some people may assume. And
you know, realistically, if you want to do more New Orleans, do like Carlos Marcellos. You know what I mean? Like, don't just do some random guy. Like, base it on him. And nobody liked that dude, Carlos Marcello, anyway. But still, you know, if you're gonna do New Orleans, you should keep it to the storyline.
Yes. And yeah, it's in New Orleans. Like, they're throwing beads at the booth. Woohoo! Like, I don't think that has much to do with the story. Like, I don't expect to be running through in the story and be collecting beads by showing off my boobs. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, the booth was very well done in terms of how interesting it looked and made people come in and give it a second chance. But I think a lot of people were just underwhelmed by it because of what Clowns was just saying. But it'll be interesting to see. Assassin, you have any interest in Mafia?
Nope, never played one, never seen one. Will I pick up Mafia 3? Nope, unless Clowns does. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right. What other companies? They had Lego The Force Unleashed there. They had Warner Brothers. That looked good. I'm not a huge Lego game guy, but it looked really good. It had some new mechanics. They were talking about how you actually have like different ways you can get through the level now by building one thing or the other. It's not like just a straight shot. It's not 100% linear. And that looked cool. Like, they showed off a portion of that for me when I went by the booth, and like, you can either build like a platform or you can build like a gun. You can build a platform to like run around the enemies, or you can build a gun to kill them or whatever. So You can actually like make decisions now in a Lego game. Go figure. I thought it was interesting. Fire Monkey says Kingdom Hearts 2.8. They did have that there. Didn't look that great. Looked pretty last gen to me. But I'm not. That's not to say I'm not interested. I want a new Kingdom Hearts game. It's just not 2.8. I want 3. So. What else? What else, you guys? Last words on E3 stuff. Sassy.
I don't really have anything.
You know what they had? They had all the new. They had all the new. What do you call it? Turtle Beach headsets. That's the picture I have up right now. They have like the completely wireless Turtle Beach headset for Xbox. No cord to the controller. 7.1 surround. The coolest.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't get pricing on it. Foolish me. And they had some other stuff like some expert noise canceling microphones and new like what do you call it? Amplifiers, like the mix amp that has with Astro. They had the new amplifier that like you could set the equalizer and all that stuff. So they had that. Other than that, I mean, I didn't really see much of anything else, to be honest with you. I walked through some of the indie stuff, Team 17, checked out some ukulele. Didn't watch it for too long, but other than that, I think we're done with E3, unless you guys have anything else before we move on to Sassy's love story with Star Wars.
Nope, got nothing.
No.
Okay, we move on to Sassy's love story with Star Wars. Assassin's the only one I think here that has the Bespin DLC that just came out.
No.
I say available now with a star, just because it's only available for season pass holders for now, right? Do regular people have to wait like what, a month?
2 weeks.
Wow, 2 weeks. Okay, I thought it was a month. 2 weeks is a little bit better. So tell us about the Bespin DLC. Tell us what it has that's new, that's interesting. You don't have to go through every little detail, but what did you find interesting with the new DLC? And as we roll this video that you made for us earlier.
Alright, well, the DLC comes with 5 maps, which I'm actually surprised. Because
That's really cool.
4. It comes with 2 weapons that are really bad. What else? It comes with 4, I want to say 4 star cards. Yeah, I think 4. It's 3 or 4. But let's say the maps look good. Like, I love how they look, and you know, it's something we needed, and that's pretty much the only good stuff. The 2 heroes aren't really that great. Their weapons kind of suck.
Yeah, so who are the 2 heroes? Lando
and Dengar, which he made his appearance in the 5th movie. If you missed him, it's because he's only in the movie for 1 second.
Leave it to EA to bring a hero that's only been in a movie for 1 second. Good job, EA.
Yep.
Woo.
They added a new game mode, which is actually fun. And
yeah, so what's the new game mode called?
It's called Sabotage.
Sabotage,
they wanted to base it on the Rebels were at Bespin, and then they were surprised by the Imperials. So then they had to get their ass off of the planet type
and
thing.
They were like sucked in by tractor beams or something?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I don't know I don't know enough about it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Their objective in the beginning is to destroy some 3 gas things. I don't know what they're really called and what the purpose is, but the Rebels in the beginning get I think it's 3 or 4 heroes at one time.
Yep.
And then once they blow it up, they have to run back to the ship to take off, which is one objective they have to hold. And then the Imperials then get their 3 or 4 heroes, and then then they fight to capture that point.
Right.
So it's good on 3 of the 5 maps. One of the maps is just flying and a bunch of other stuff, that's the best looking map. The big map that plays for Walker, Salt, Sabotage, other big game modes,
Yeah.
is the worst map I've ever played in Star Wars Battlefront.
Really?
The worst, because a lot of the buildings, like for Walker Salt, are huge, and the Walker is kind of small compared to that. And if you remember Tatooine, when you're in the second part, there's that mountain that blocks the Walkers. It's like that. I've never won a single match because no one can see the Walker. There's no snow speeders to wrap the legs, so it's not an easy takedown.
See, now that is bullshit.
It is one Walker, but I think the most damage we've ever done, and each objective we had 7 Y-Wings, and we did half health.
Gotcha.
Because no one can see it. A lot of the map is based on whoever has the high ground wins, because there's a bunch of stairs you have to walk, and a lot of it you can head glitch. It is really annoying, and it's based on whoever has a jetpack. What else?
But where it's at is the new game mode anyway. Like, Walker Assault isn't even the best game mode now with this new DLC, right? The other one is Sabotage?
Yeah, but Sabotage... EA needs to figure out that when you put out a game mode, a new one, there needs to be a separate playlist. Because they have one playlist for Bespin that has 10 different game modes.
Okay.
So you're getting Sabotage maybe...
Oh, I see what you're
play
saying.
Twice, and then
Yeah.
you play Walker Assault twice, you play Supremacy twice.
I see what you're saying.
Other things twice. It's just like, I'm here for Sabotage, because 9% of the quests, or whatever they're called, is based on Sabotage.
Right.
So you have to back out. There's so many times where after Sabotage, everyone's out of the match. Because they have to go back and play some Sabotage.
Right.
What else? The cloud car that they added, awful. God awful. It is weak as shit. It's fast, but that's it.
So that's the point. You're trading off power for speed.
Yeah, but it is super weak.
Really? Weaker than the primary gun on the snowspeeder?
I think the snowspeeder does double the damage.
No.
And it can't even go that high.
No.
Nope, it is
That's
bad.
terrible. That is terrible.
It's really bad.
What about the new guns and star cards?
Okay, the star cards are a little bullshit. You could probably call this as a pay to win, because a lot of them, like the primary Y one, when you pop it, it kills all electronics and your weapon overheats. So you're sitting there. You can't shoot your weapon.
Good.
You can run, but that's really it. One of them is really stupid. You get binoculars. It's just spotting. It's really stupid. It's 40 seconds long. You just spot maybe 3 people.
What is the point of that? Are they trying to make it more like Battlefield somehow?
Who knows? It's retarded.
Okay.
There's a grenade that shocks people for 10 seconds. It's just, you just sit there getting shocked. It's an instant death to you. What else is there? Then there's a weapon that does like an EMP to vehicles.
That's cool.
I haven't used it because it's difficult to unlock. But
Right.
what else? That's basically it. I mean, there's nothing more I can say that's bad about it.
Taylor is, according to Tommy Guns, Taylor is dozing off during the Star Wars discussion. I see her getting nice and comfortable over there.
Dude,
Taylor, you don't like Battlefront?
no. No.
I don't really like it too much either, but this DLC looks pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna buy the season pass to play it early, but whatever.
Man, they ruined Battlefront when they took away like the OP homing rockets.
Nice.
I'm glad they took it out. The game's playable now.
I mean, when I had homing rockets, Assassin didn't even stand a chance. I killed him like 10 times in a row.
Yeah, because
before he
you
can even
locked
shoot.
on less than a second. The rock would hit me in another second. There's just no fucking way to get past it.
Jump pack, hide behind a rock.
Oh,
I'm behind a rock,
there's
yeah.
so many times where I hid behind a rock, and what does it do?
It still
Blows
killed
up
you
on
through
the
it.
other side
Yep.
and still kills me.
I'm with you on that, Assassin. I'm with you on that. That's happened. So, Assassin, before we end the Star Wars discussion, what is your review of it, and is it the best DLC so far?
Definitely not the best DLC, probably the best looking DLC out of both of them. That's really it. I mean, it's like maybe if I had to rate it, probably like a 7.
Wow. Wowee. I don't know what they're gonna do with Battlefront. They're gonna have to like just start over, like they said they're gonna, like with the sequel. I don't.
Assassin, be honest here. I want your opinion.
Huh?
Is
What?
Soda Drinker Pro better than the DLC for Battlefront?
The DLC is better,
Okay, just had to ask.
but Soda Drinker Pro is
Wow.
better than Overwatch. I'd like to point that out.
Wow.
That's
More
pretty
Soda
honest.
Drinker Pro is better than
Overwatch.
Overwatch? Wow. Okay,
Definitely
we're
way
done.
more content than
We're-
Overwatch.
We're done. We're done. Forget this. I want to boot Assassin off the show. All right, so Battlefront people, look out for that Bestman DLC if you have the season pass. If you don't, have fun waiting 2 more weeks. Looks cool to me. Graphics look awesome, like Assassin said. But I haven't played it yet. I don't think anyone else here has. Obviously, Taylor hasn't because she hates Battlefront. Clowns is upset because there's no more homing rockets, so... Mega
The game's
Sex...
worthless to clowns now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, right. Clowns is like, screw this, no more homing rocket, I'm done.
Yep.
Zaz says Overwatch is game of the year, Assassin.
If there was no video games whatsoever, like that was the only game,
Wow. Oh
Um,
man, that's harsh.
a stick would get Game of the Year.
Wow. All right. Anyway, moving on. We've got like 4 more minutes here. Mighty Number 9 came out. We're not going to talk about this in depth. We're just going to mention this real quick because our guy Brutal Knight, who has played Mighty Number 9 extensively and had some pretty good opinions about this, is not on the show. So when he does come back on the show in the next couple of weeks, we will talk more extensively about Mighty Number 9. But I don't think any of us have played it, right? Assassin, Clowns, Taylor, no?
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, it's like a Mega Man. It's like a spiritual
Uh,
successor to Mega Man. It was a Kickstarter back in, I think, 2013. Delayed after delayed after delayed. People thought it was just going to be vaporware and no one was going to actually be able to play it and that it was going to go the way of the dinosaur. But it did actually come out. Came out this week. And Metascore right now, 56. User score 4.3 on Metacritic rather. So yeah, and what I've heard from people is that it's actually not too bad actually. From a lot of people that I frequently talk to, they say it's actually not too bad. Brutal Knight agrees, but can't get really the in-depth conversation I wanted to get with this game until he gets on, so we'll hold that. But if you guys want quick impressions on what you've seen, if you've seen anything.
I haven't seen a single thing.
Taylor hasn't either. Clowns? Come on, we loved Mega Man when we were kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I was really hyped for this game. You remember, like, I was extremely hyped, and I
do.
wrote to the developer like a year ago, and I really wanted this game. And then I see the videos and the clips of it. Yeah, it still kind of has like the feel to Mega Man with like the levels and the look and the way it platforms, but what he did with the graphics, I am lost completely. Like those frozen pipes in one of the screenshots,
Yeah.
the way it looks, it doesn't feel like it fits.
Yep.
So that's my issue. I haven't played it. I'm just saying it doesn't feel like it fits.
Every review I've watched on YouTube, like whether it's a big reviewer like IGN or Game Informer or whatever, to even the smaller guys that, do very good YouTube reviews, everyone has said that there's frame rate issues. Everyone has said that there's game-altering frame rate issues. So I know people are probably going to refute that, but it's hard to refute when pretty much everyone says it out of the major reviewers. So I don't know if they're just like getting unlucky and there was a patch recently, because I heard people say, on Twitter, there's no frame rate issues. I don't know what these people are talking about, but pretty much all the reviewers I watched said there were frame rate issues. And the game doesn't look like spectacular. The graphics, like Clown just said, a lot of stuff doesn't even fit in the art style. And it's unfortunate because, like Clown said, like him and I were, we're very excited for this, but doesn't look like it's that great. And I know people in the chat are saying, it's not all that bad, and that it's challenging, it's simple to learn, and very straightforward. But yeah, Mighty Number 9, I guess, not very well reviewed. But we'll talk about that more when we get Brutal Night on the show. All right, just a couple really quick things before we get out of here. Upcoming games next week on the 28th. We will talk about these a lot next week on the show. These two games, because they're big console releases. The first one is 7 Days to Die. It's published by Telltale, but it is not very much like a Telltale game. So definitely check that out. It's been on PC for a while. I think it came out on PC like a little under 3 years ago at this point, in early access alpha. But basically it's like a survival horror crafting Minecraft kind of game. You have to build up your defenses. It's got a lot of Dying Light in it. It's got a lot of like DayZ a little bit. Definitely check that one out. 7 Days to Die. It's coming out next week on Xbox One, PS4. Did you guys check out 7 Days to Die at all?
I've seen Achievement Hunter play it a lot. Looks fun.
Looks good, right? Yeah, I'm interested. Depending on the price, I'm getting it. For sure. And it's co-op as well. Like couch co-op and online co-op, so.
Oh, nice.
Looks, it looks good. I saw people playing couch co-op. I mean, granted, it was on the PlayStation version, so I'm assuming it's gonna play the same. But in the couch co-op, the frame rates were still really good. Definitely extremely playable. Not as smooth as single player, but it was playable. So that looks pretty interesting. Assassin of Clowns on 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah, I'm all into it. It reminds me of like Ark, but with like zombies or whatever, and then the crafting abilities like Minecraft like kind of thrown in there, and it looks like it has better frame rate than Ark. It looks like it's more solid. Yep.
From everything I've seen for the previews and stuff, it is definitely more solid, and it's been in alpha and beta on PC early access for quite a long time. So they've gotten a lot of feedback and have made it better, and so it looks like these console releases that are going to be retail and digital, apparently, going to be really really good. So look out for that. It's being very well received so far for the console releases. Assassin, before we go to the next one, what do you think about 7 Days to Die?
I mean, it looks great. I used to follow it when it sort of first came out on the PC a while ago, and then I just dropped out of my radar.
But now that it's co-op, and it may be $20, maybe, Assassin?
I thought it was 30.
Fuck. I think it's 32. I was trying to convince you. Yeah, no, I think it's $29.99, but 30? Yay or nay? It's co-op, Assassin.
Yeah, it looks a lot of fun. A lot of fun a few years ago, but I didn't have the PC.
All right, good. You're getting it. Cool. All right, next game. The next game is Technomancer, and this one I don't know a lot about, but the gameplay looks a lot like Dark Souls, interestingly enough. Did you guys check this one out?
Yep.
I'm not.
Okay, Assassin, since you did, please tell us what you think.
It actually looks pretty good.
Right? Doesn't the gameplay remind you of Dark Souls a little bit?
No.
Yes, it does. What are you talking
No,
about?
I gotta agree with Assassin. I don't think it does either.
Yes.
I think maybe if like Batman and Dark Souls had a baby.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. All right, so what do you like?
Maybe Mass Effect gave it a little something.
Wow, you are getting dirty on this late evening. What do you like about Assassin from what you've seen?
I just like science fiction games, I mean, the combat having its own, 3 different weapons could have 3 different skill trees. You can go stealth. You don't have to go stealth. It seems like it'll have a lot of content, which I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So.
Clowns, what did you think when you looked at it?
Man, at first I wasn't sold on it because I thought like the cinematic graphics could have been better, and I thought like the graphics could have been better. But then I started watching more and more videos of it, and the complexity of the way the quests are, and how you can interact with like companions and friends, and how actions change the reaction to you. That's awesome. I
Yep.
mean, that's really good. That kind of reminds me of, like a Mass Effect style a little bit, and it looks like this takes it even further.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm really digging the story. I'm digging the interaction and the complexity.
Yep. Same. I'm with you on that, and it makes me wonder. Looking at all that complexity, it makes me wonder how long the game's actually going to be. Because I really hope it's like a longer game. And like Mass Effect games are really long, but is it going to be as long as Mass Effect, or is it just like feigning that longness, if you will? Like, is it making it seem like it's going to be longer and it's actually not going to be that long?
I'd like to give a shout out to Bear Claw. You guys should check out his Bear Claw gaming site.
Yep.
He actually has been playing it. I'm not going to tell you anything he said because I want you to read his review, but I will tell you that he said it is time consuming, so there's a lot to do.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it if it's long. So definitely looks good. Taylor, you didn't check it out?
No.
It's probably
I don't even know what that is.
yeah, it's probably not even your type of game, to be honest with you. It's
Okay.
it's very oh, we lost video. Well, we're right at the end anyway, so.
Wait.
What?
After this, don't forget the Ask Sassy question.
What's the Ask Sassy question? Oh, well, we'll let you say it then. Because I missed it. Okay. Last but not least, or second to last, now that we're gonna have the Ask Sassy question. Happy birthday to Sonic the Hedgehog! 25th birthday for Sonic, and 20th birthday for N64, quote unquote, in Japan. So yeah, not really much to say about that, other than happy birthday. And I can't believe it's been 20 years since an N64 came out. Yeah, I feel really old. What else? Other than that, yeah. So what's the Ask Sassy question?
Drake on Twitter asked Sassy, "Why are you so fly?"
Oh, right.
Assassin, why are you so fly? He wants to know. And that's why.
Them.
And that's why, just like the One Direction song says, like, you don't know you're beautiful. You don't know why you're so fly. So that makes you fly, essentially, if you go by One Direction's logic.
There you go.
And that is that. I think that's the first edition of Ask Sassy that we've done on the show. So
I think he did ask another one. I think he did ask about if Assassin likes guacamole. I don't know what that means, but he asked him.
And that answer is no.
That answer is no. All right. So keep those Ask Sassy questions coming, people.
Hashtag Ask Sassy on Twitter.
Yes. Hashtag Ask Sassy. If you want, you should probably tag 4GwQPodcast, which is our Twitter handle. Follow us and tag that in your Ask Sassy question, and we'll mention it on the next show. Other than that, I think we're done. I think. Sassy, you got anything else?
If you have a PS4, GameStop's giving you $200. Just saying. Other than that, no.
Nice. All right, people. Find us on Twitter, like I just said. 4GwQ Podcast is our handle. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/4GuysWithQuarters. You will be able to find the replay of the show if you do not catch the whole thing, or if you do not catch our past episodes, or if you miss an episode in the future, catch it on youtube.com/4GuysWithQuarters or twitch.tv/4GuysWithQuarters if you want to watch live and get in on the chat over there. We broadcast every week on YouTube and Twitch simulcast, so you can get in either one of those chats or both or whatever you want to do. YouTube chat was more active this week. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching. Go to 4guyswithquarters.com to check out some new articles, our past episodes, and also a brand new article / video from Clowns that has quote unquote gone viral, maybe. Not really. Not
I don't
there
think it's
yet,
gone viral
but,
yet. Yeah.
But it'll get there. It'll get there. Nice little guide on how to get your Fallout New Vegas DLC to work with backwards compatibility if you have it on disc. What did I not mention? Oh, find us all on our individual channels below. Twitch, YouTube. Oh, actually, no YouTube. Twitch, Twitter, Xbox. Find us there. Other than that, I think we're good. Someone's like beating off or playing with their microphone right now.
Sorry.
Nice. The only one who was wrong was the girl. Oh my god. And with that, we're out of here. See you guys later.
Bye.